Hello everybody, my name is Light of Hand, and today I'll be taking a look at Shadows of Brimstone's Deluxe Enemy Pack, Flesh Stalker and Flesh Drones. Okay guys, sorry it's taken me so long to do this video. I'm afraid I had a very bad head cold that then led to a throat infection, so I couldn't actually talk properly. I sounded very bad. So that's basically gone. Now let's start with the video. And I'm going to start with a bit of fluff. The Flesh Stalkers are a mysterious ancient alien race, masters of super science and macabre. Sorry. They work in shadows. They only emerge when requesting to accomplish a fiendish goal. Known for their ruthlessness and gruesome experiments they perform, the Flesh Stalkers slice the DNA and body parts of various creatures and people together, creating hideous monstrosities to do their bidding. Of all of their wretched creations, the most notorious are the Flesh Drones, mindless automations cobbled from form the perfect hive of work drones. When they are not used, they are stored dormant on rows of hooks hanging from the ceiling by the crude handles attached to their backs, waiting to be activated for the next call to their harvest new biomaterial and bodies. Okay guys, that's the little fluff from the beginning. Next little bit I'm going to do, I'm actually going to pick this up here. Okay, I'm assuming that's for a mission. Let me turn this off behind because the really bad glare. Sorry about the lighting here guys, it's not fantastic. Bleeding tokens. Now there's some weapons that cause bleeding, and what bleeding does, it minuses 2 to the actual health, the total of your health. So if you have a bleeding counter and you have a hero that has say 10 health, well now they only have 7. You can remove bleeding tokens, I believe, with grit, or if you become KO'd, they leave as well. There are stun tokens as well. Now I believe enemies can actually be stunned as well. What happens is you have to let me just quickly check here. Sorry guys, I'm going to read out. Sometimes a model may be stunned by an attack, putting them off balance. A stun marker is placed on the model to show that they have been shaken. A model that has one or more stun markers on them is -1 defense, regardless of how many stun markers they have. At the start of the model's activation, they may roll a d6. At a 4+, remove 1 stun marker. A hero removes all stun markers when KO'd or at the end of an adventure. And yes, it is 1 grit to remove a bleeding token. This one is obviously for a mission, and so's these ones here. Let's put this back down here for a second. I'm going to put this light back on. I'm only going to show you 2 of the Flesh Drones because there are only 2 to actually show the sort of differences. Now this is one of them. Let me put my hand on the back. I have to say, I do like the look of the model. I think that's the hook thing they're talking about at the back. And yeah, I think they kind of look cool. You know, you've got little nuts and bolts on them in little areas. It looks like a breathing tube attached to something in the back. And it could even be flesh that's actually covering them. This is the other variant that you get. It looks like he's carrying a man catcher, or part of a man catcher by the looks of it. And yeah, again, nuts and bolts, old looking sort of clothing. I left 2 still on this sprue to show you what it looks like. That's what the sort of... Some people said they had problems gluing these. I have to say guys, I found that Army Painter plastic glue is amazing for plastic models. As I said, you get 6 of them, because there's 2 more over there. But this is the Flesh Stalker. Now, you have different ways you can build him. I've built this one with both the weapons choices for in the hands. So I'm actually getting this model on Kickstarter with my Kickstarter. Those of you guys that have actually got this model or getting the Kickstarter, these don't come with it. So there will be an upgrade option at some point. So just letting you guys know that. So no one gets, you know, upset that they may have lost out. At least they will send you an update to say to you, this is how it is. Okay, let's have a quick look at the cards for a second. Here's the low threat. Let's turn this off behind. Oh, it's not just a low threat. This also talks about the rules for the bleed token and the stunned. Okay, and also, yes, this is like Fiendish Goals, which is one of the sets of cards over there, and Tools of Terror. Let's see if it will focus for a second. No, it's not. Sorry about that, guys. And that's another rules for the experiments. Creation, sorry. Okay, so for this is low threat. There are only 3 of them. First one is the special dice of Flesh Drones. Then there is a Flesh Stalker confrontation. Okay, so draw 1 flesh. Okay, fair enough. So he pops up, and you have to pull one of these goals, and it could just be. I'll draw one later, and we'll see what it is. But until I get to there, we'll sort of know. Okay, so this is D3 plus 1 flesh drones with Sinister Experiments. Now, Sinister Experiments, if I remember rightly, is that he actually gets. Here's the rule card here. For each Sinister Experiment, an enemy group has draws a low threat card and finds the first enemy listed on that card. Void spiders, hellbats, etc. Roll once on the enemy's elite chart to see what the experiment has done. The elite roll is a bonus granted from the Sinister Experiment. If the elite result rolls modifies one of the basic attributes for the enemy type, the Sinister Experiment is also granted that grants that basic ability. If a range attack is granted, it also includes the enemy type's range to hit stats, as well as an assault shootout standard ability that the enemy type may have. Okay, let's have a look at medium threat for a second. Where you get 6 flesh drones, another confrontation with the Flesh Stalker, plus D3 plus 1 Flesh Stalkers, and again the special dice of Flesh Drones, sorry, let's focus for a second, and a Sinister Experiment. High threat cards. A Flesh Stalker's Confrontation, 1 Flesh Stalker, and D6, oh sorry, 6. This is high threat now, guys. And 6 flesh drones. Okay, my camera's not focusing. This is a little worrying. Sorry about this, guys. It really doesn't want to focus at this minute. Sorry. Oh, there you go. It took a bit of time. I apologise. Okay, so again, you have to draw the sort of goal. Okay, there's a few of them. Actually, they're all that. So that one's 6 of them, plus that. That's another 6 of them. And then this one is the special dice with Sinister Experiment. Now the epic threat. Now this is why I'm actually happy I did buy this in a second. We're going to see. Okay, so this is technically could just be used for the derelict ship. It's not out yet, so it's good to know that I have some enemies for that. So the Sinister Experiment. The Elite. If you're only playing 1 to 2 heroes, there will be this guy plus D3 plus 1 flesh drones. If there are 3 of you, you get the special dice plus a Sinister Experiment. If you are playing 5 to 6 heroes, you get 6 of these guys with plus 2 Sinister Experiments. That's kind of scary. Let's put that back over there for the minute. Then there is the Flesh Stalker and threat card. So depending on what level you are, you get this guy plus the Caverns of Cinder. This one could be used in the Caverns of Cinder as an epic threat if you were doing a themed deck instead of a completely random. Again, it's just him and a high threat. Any threat sort of card. Now this is why I'm happy I've got... Actually, I'm going to turn the light back on behind me. I know there's a little bit of glare, but if I angle it, there's not so much. The Flesh Stalker Collective. 2 of them. Now, that means I'm going to be actually getting another one of these anyway on my Kickstarter, so that interests me. Okay, you also get some fret cards for Cavern of Cinder. Okay, so you got Torture Drones. Torture Drones are flesh drones with the following: Torturous Blades. Any hero that takes 1 or more wound from the Torturous Blade gains a bleeding marker, plus 10 XP to fight them. Kind of scary, that, actually. Again, I believe, yeah, it's just the same. Is that one I got Sinister? No, that's just the same. And then this one here. Again, they still have that certain rule, but now you get a fiendish goal, as the Flesh Stalker wants to see what maybe some of the experiments can do. Okay. Don't have many of these. I do actually have a couple, because I do have the Raiders and I do have the Harvesters, and you do get 1 or 2 cards for that world. Let's turn this around. Again, just basic flesh drones with Sinister Experiments. Again, you a showdown with the Flesh Stalker and a Flesh Drones. Roll a D6. Yep, Sinister Experiment. Okay, so again, different amounts. Sorry, guys, for the glare. Again, different amounts for the Flesh Drones. You get D3 plus 1 if you're a small group of 1 or 2 heroes. 3 to 4, you'd have the special dice, and if you're 6, it's a straight up 6. Okay, guys. I'm not going to show the encounters, but you do get 1, 2, 3, 4 encounters just for the derelict ship, and you also get 1, 2, 3, 4 encounters for the mines. You also get 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. Now, I am going to show these ones. Blood Scout Probe. +1 initiative. Once per adventure, you may look at the top D6 map cards for whatever world you are in. Discard 2 of them and put the rest back in order. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I like the plus. How much is that worth? Oh, it's an anvil as well. It was also you can get $725. It has artifact, ship, technology, robot. The Glee Blade Saw, sorry. I believe that is. +1 combat. Adjacent enemies take 2 wounds, ignoring defense for any 2 roll hits of 1. They whilst rolling to attack. So if you roll 1s, they cause problems. So they automatically get hurt. That can even be better than actually rolling to hit, especially if you've got enemies that have defenses. This also weighs 1, but you have to have 3 strength. Only can be used in 1 hand. I believe that's actually that blade there. And is worth 650. Drone Control Box, +1 cunning. Conducted enemies on your map tile are -2 defense. Once per adventure, you may re-roll or hold back the darkness. See, that's not too bad for me. Anyway, that's artifact, ship, technology, control. Weighs 1 anvil and is actually worth $825. There's a lot of 25s in these. Sorry, the end bit. Trans-dimensional warp jump. That sounds interesting. Discard at any time to activate the trans-dimensional warp jump. Even if KO'd, you immediately count as fleeing the adventure, but may ignore the penalties for failing in the adventure. That's good. If you needed to make a quick getaway, that's really actually useful. Okay, guys, I'm not going to show too much of the fiendish goals or the tools. I'm only going to show the top one. So, this one here is Field Experiment. The Flesh Stalker has developed a morbid new batch of drones and wants to see how they act in a fight. For this fight, the Flesh Stalkers in this always accomplished by a full group of 6 flesh drones that have a sinister experiment applied to them. Track all the wounds done to heroes by the flesh drone attacks. Once they have reached a +5 +3 per hero, or 4 for full turns of fighting, the Flesh Stalker has gathered enough information and withdraws, adding D3 dread cards to the stack. For this confrontation, if the heroes kill all the flesh drones on the board, the Flesh Stalker immediately retreats. So that's not an easy one, because you've got 4 turns to take these guys out, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so this is one of the tools that these guys could be carrying. A slave probe. Any hero that starts its activation adjacent to a Flesh Stalker this turn must pass a must pass Spirit +6 test to restrain the mind control of the slave probe, or lose their activation. Now that could be really, really, really scary. Okay, now guys, now I'm going to actually have a look at the cards. Again, I'm not sure if I can actually stop the glare here very easily. So, Flesh Drones constructed. Size, medium. Initiative, 4. Abilities, Endurance, 3. The enemy cannot take more than 3 wounds from a single hit. Extra damage is wasted. See, this is what, as I said, if you've got 6 of these guys and you're trying to take them out quickly and there's only, let's say, 4 of you, or even 2 of you, you've got to do it in 4 turns. It's not going to be easy, otherwise you're going to end up with growing dread cards. So what's this? For vicious weapons. Victorious weapons. Oh. Flesh drones ignore armor and have the damage equal to the roll hit. Wow! So if they get a 4+, they will do 4 damage. If they roll 6, they'll do 6 damage. Plus, if you've got special armor, it doesn't count. So someone like the Jongono native wouldn't get his shield against that. That is actually scary. They move at 8, so most heroes are going to just get caught anyway. Being initiative 4, quite a few heroes they're going to go before, especially Preacher Man. And when you actually have escape 5, so you have to roll 5, 6 to escape these guys too. Their melee is 4+, their combat is 2. As I said, the damage is basically what they roll. So anything like 4, 5, 6, that's the amount of wounds they're going to cause to you if you fail your defense. Defense of 2, fair enough, and wounds of 5. They are 25 XP if you kill them. Now, the reason why is because of that, really. Okay, let's have a look at their elite chart. Wicked Workshop. Once per an attack, a flesh drone may re-rolls their melee rolls of 1. Wow, so you get 2 dice, say you roll 2 1s, once per, yeah, so they get, wow, that's not good. Failed Experiment. The flesh drone gains the keyword undead and have regeneration 2. At the start of each turn, they heal 2 wounds. And see, that's just ridiculous. So you knock 3 wounds off. Alright? That turn, that's all you can do. That's per an attack, though, might I add. It's not a single thing. So, yep, you knock 3 off. Say you're the one attacking that one, someone else is attacking another one. At the beginning of the next turn, he straight away, he's only lost 1 wound. That's really, really not good. Katara Reinforced Skeleton. I think I've said that right. +3 health. Relentless Drones, +2 combat. Now that scares me. Knit or Infrators. Okay. The flesh drones are now +2 initiative and are a 3+ to hit. Now that's scary. Change weapons. Heroes that take 1 or more wound from a charged weapon, sorry. Flesh drone melee attack also gains stun markers. Okay, so I understand where the stun marker comes from. Now we're looking at the elite side now, guys, or the brutal side, my mistake. Okay, So they now have initiative 6. So they're at the gunslingers level. Their endurance is still the same. Their, vicious weapons are still the same. Their movement is 8. Their escape is still the same. But their melee now is 3+. And they have 4 attacks. So freeze would do 3 wounds because of the vicious weapons. Kind of scary, in my opinion. Okay. They have 2 defense, 8 health, and a 40 XP. Okay, let's have it. Well, Wicked Workshop looks like it's the same as the other side. Failed Experiment, again, is the same as the other side. Iron Fibra Muscle Implants. +4 health. So that's slightly different than the other side. That's 3, yeah. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera there. I apologise. Jagged Blaze. Flesh drones now use a D8 for rolls to hit, sorry. That's scary. So that means if they roll an 8, that's 8. Mind Leech. Heroes adjacent to flesh drones cannot recover grit. Wow, that's not good. Charged weapons, it's the same as the other side. Okay, so that's the flesh drones. Okay, guys, now this is the Flesh Stalker. He is a boss. Well, basically, it's the Flesh Stalker, alien, ancient, sinister. They're a large enemy, so they will push smaller and medium people to one side. 2d6 for an initiative. That you have to roll at the beginning of each turn. They're Terror 3, so that's not good. At the start, a hero starts their activation on the same map, takes 3 horror hits. Again, not good. Tools of Terror. At the start of each turn, draw 1 Tools of Terror card for the Flesh Stalker to use this turn. So, because he's got all these weapons hanging down, I'll see if I can get the model over and see if I can show you. You can see he's got all these different bits hanging from his belt. They're all different weapons, and each turn he can pull a different one out. Okay, sinister methods. Flesh Stalkers 2 rolls. Oh, rolls of 6s do double damage. Again, never good whenever you see that. Interdimensional phasing. Move through other models and change target each turn, and are immune to critical hits unless adjacent to the attacker. Again, that's not good. Shadow Spirit. Shadow Shift. The Flesh Stalker will Shadow Shift after making a combat attack each turn, as well as any other attack in which it took three or more wounds. Shadow Shift. The Flesh Stalker bounces 3 times like dynamite, swapping spaces with any model within. While swapping with a hero, the hero automatically takes D6 wounds, ignoring defense and armor. See, they really are like laying in now about the armor, because before armor was like the best save in the game. Nothing stopped it, but since I think the Undead, there's been a couple of other enemies that can ignore. Oh, sorry. Okay, melee is 3+, combat 4. Damage 3, defense 4, 24 wounds +3 for every hero. Now the XP seems a bit cheap actually. It's 15 for the hit and +5 for every wound. That is, of course, if you just hit him you wouldn't get it, but if you hit him and cause say 1 wound you get 20 XP. If you hit him and cause 2 wounds you get 25 XP. Again, sorry for the glare, guys. I am really trying not to get the glare, but at the same time I don't want it being a bit too dark so you can't actually see this. Death Wave. If there are no heroes adjacent to the Death Stalker at the end of the turn, every hero takes a number of hits equal to the current initiative. See, that's scary. So if you had 12, you'll take 12 hits. Every hero takes a number of hits equal to... Wow, so I'm not sure how that would work. Is that 12 hits that would just cause 1 wound, or is that 12 hits that would be 3? That's really not good. Beyond words. +1 defense, +2 damage. to combat rolls. Again, yeah, then I'd have 5 defense. That is really not good. Evil beyond time. The Flesh Stalker gains +5 health per hero. Okay, so that's not good either. Ruthless Intelligence. Roll a d6 at the start of the activation. On a roll of 3+, the Flesh Stalker will target the hero with the lowest remaining health this turn. Wow. That's not good. Master of Darkness. When rolling for initiative each turn, if the Flesh Stalker rolls a double on the 2d6, that triggers a depth track event. Just like doubles of holding back the darkness. Oh, that would be... Ooh, not good. Not good. Tools of Death. The Flesh Stalker now draws 2 tools of dread each turn. Now that's not good. This is the brutal side, guys, of the Flesh Stalker. Again, it's still 2d6 for their initiative. He now causes terror 4. Again, it still only draws 1 card. On roll 6 does double damage still. Yep, that's still the same. There's a slight difference now. So with this one, which is Shadow Shift, he basically, if he does land on where the hero is when he bounces, that hero now takes these special dice of wounds, ignoring defense. So basically the minimum of 3 or more. He moves at 12. Is that the same as it? Yep, still the same as the other side. He moves at 12, escape 5. His melee is still the same. His combat is +2. His damage is has 1 more on top. So that's 6 combat, 4 damage. His defense is still 4, but now he has 40 wounds and +5 per hero. So that's 50 if there's 2 heroes. Now he's 20 XP +5 for each wound. Death Wave, yeah, that's still the same, equal. Vile Beyond Words, still the same. Vile Beyond, that's kind of still the same, so I'm assuming, okay, so that's even more wounds, that'd be scary. So again, if you had a small group, he's at 50, and then you got Vile Beyond Time, it's an extra 5 per hero. That would then mean he has 60 wounds. Ruthless Intelligence, at the start, roll d6. Yeah, that's still the same. Master of... Yeah, so basically his elite stuff is still the same. Okay, guys, this is probably taking longer than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I have to say I'm looking forward to using this guy. I'm looking forward to the Derelict ship comes out beginning of next year. Okay, guys, that's the Flesh Stalker. I hope you've liked this video. Hopefully my voice doesn't sound too bad. Oh, just to let you know, I'm going to try either later on today or tomorrow to do that. Okay, I haven't opened the box yet. I just want everything to be a surprise. I've stayed away from looking at anything, even online, any of the stats of anything, so that will be a nice little piece for me to do. Alright guys, if you like this video, please click like. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please do. Everyone is more than welcome. If you'd actually like to leave a comment, I may have got something wrong as I was reading. I apologise for some of my reading on the rules. Hopefully I've got it right. Anyway guys, I hope you're all having a good day. I've actually had a really good day. It's football related. That's soccer for you guys in the US. My team beat another team that's in the capital of England today. I'm not going to say who they are, but it made my day. Oh, also guys, I got this. So there's going to be an unboxing of this at some point. I also got Halo Battlefleet Ensign Edition, so I'm going to probably do an unboxing for that as well at some point. I also intend to do a couple of other unboxings. Also guys, I was on Ready Steady Play again, and I played Dead of Winter, The Longest Night I think it's called. I had a great time having a game with Mike Dennis and Oliver, sorry. It was good times. 2 videos are up for that so far. Please go over and watch it. I promise you that, Mike is a great host. He does really well with his gameplay videos. I believe he should have more subscribers. I believe he should advertise more, if I'm honest, but he doesn't. And so yeah. Anyway, as I said, guys, I've had a really good day. I've enjoyed doing this video. Again, I want to apologise for how long it took me to get this video out. Yeah, I wasn't too well at all, to be honest. This stuff should have happened last weekend. I had this really, really bad head cold, and I was literally talking like this at one point. Anyway, guys, again, I've been waffling, really waffling there. Anyway, have a good day. I will, as I said, I'll be putting a link below to the playlist of the long on Ready Steady Plays Dead of Winter Long Night, which I'm in. It's actually me in front of the camera, guys. I don't like being in front of the camera, if I'm honest, but it's how he does his videos, so I'm there. I also will put a link to his channel, and I'll do a link to the other 2 games that I've played as well, which was Kitties in the Blender, which was done in July, and Arcadium, I think it is, which was actually a fun game. None of them are miniature games, though. They are board games. Again, I've waffled for a minute and something there. So, have a good day, guys. I'm just happy to do a video again. Bye.